Hi, just going to do another quick update following on from my last video with my tools. These are the latest tools that I've got on my range. A couple of them are by request and a couple are what I've been wanting to get out there. Now the first one, this is if you remember on the last video I've done the SCH1 and the SCH2. One on a 10mm bar, one on a 12mm bar, but both use the 10mm AU cutter. Now this is the SCH3 of my website. This comes with a 12mm round cutter. Slightly bigger cutter, bit thicker cutter, more for doing the wider sort of bowls and bigger end grain work. It's just a bigger cutter, gives you a little, takes a slightly bigger cut on you. Again, mounted at 45 degrees on the bar to avoid the catches, and a lovely chisel. This one, the next one, is another one to my deep hollowing range. Now this has again 13-inch bar there, so you've got a 27-inch tool. These three tools 23 inches overall length. This is 27-inch, very heavy chisel, and this is fitted with the 12mm round cutter. So I have the 10mm AU, the 9mm standard cutter, and now the 12mm round cutter. Right, the two that I've been asked to do, been asked a long time actually if I would make chisels on round bar, and I'm not over keen on the round bar. As I've mentioned before, I think the square gives more control, but I must say these tools do actually work really well. The trouble with round bar is if a lot of people they do just push in, and if you come to the side on the cutter you will have a tendency to get a twist and a grab, so you've got to hold your chisel harder, holding on to it a bit tighter, and then you're going to transfer more, how can I say, you're not going to get a smoother finish. The tighter you grip it, the more you're going to put your little ripples into your wood and things like that when you're trying to cut. You should be very light with the tool, but they do enable you to roll over. So for shear cutting and getting your shear cutting finish where you're going to come around on the bowl, they're perfect. They actually work really good. So I'll do those now with a 15mm round and a 12mm round cutter, and these are in the standard, the large chisel size, so you've got 23-inch tool overall. Very good chisels. I must admit I've used them and I do like it. It is nice to be able to just roll the chisel around a lot, because I do tend to I never tend to use mine flat anyway. I tend to roll them around. You get a cut rather than scraping. You can actually cut with them, and Carbide does cut. Yeah, I mean I can hold that there and I can press as hard as I want, and I can scrape my finger down there and I'll scrape it. If you turn that there, you do that, I'll probably cut my finger down to the bone on that cutter. So I wouldn't advise doing it, but that's when it cuts and you get a lovely clean finish. So they're the latest chisels on my range. Now the newest thing I've got in is these negative rake cutters, and it's taken a while for me to get them. I've never really been that sure about them, but I can say they're fantastic. A lot of people think they're just for resin, but they're not just for resin. They work brilliant on wood. They calm your chisel down so much. If you find your carbide chisels are a bit aggressive, especially for new turners, if you're new to turning, and you find they're a little bit aggressive, this calms it down quite a lot, and they give a lovely clean finish as well. They come in the standard sizes of my chisels. They fit onto my chisel. So this is the 14mm. Now it's not square, it is a slight radius cutter. It's the R2 cutter. I haven't been able to get them in the square. I'm just doing them in the R2, because to be honest, with this cutter you don't want the square front, you want that slight radius so you can use it for rolling over, get a better finish. And it's just a kind of thing. Now that's the square. Got the 12mm round. Again, it fits on all my 12mm round chisels. Fits there. So we've got it in a round, and I've got one here in a detail, but this isn't on my website yet. There's a slight delay on this one coming, but this one's going to be on the website as well in the next couple of weeks. Now anyone that's used their detail chisel will know it can be quite aggressive, but to be honest, you're pushing a sharpened piece of metal into a piece of spinning wood. They might be going from anything from 1,000 to 3,000 RPM. It's a dangerous thing to be doing with any tool. And you shouldn't be just pushing and jamming things in. You should really be gentle. If you notice all your top turners and the ones you watch, they are very light and gentle when they hold their chisels. They're not white knuckling. They're very gentle, and that's how you should be. But this negative rake cutter on the detail calms it down so much. It is really lovely to use, and I'm really impressed with these negative rake cutters. I'm going to be putting a video up on turning some resin bowls. I don't turn resin. It's a new thing. I've done one in the past. I'm a wood turner. I like wood. I'm not knocking people that turn resin. I think it's fantastic. I love some of the stuff that comes out. It looks really nice, but it's not something I'm into. Resin turning. It might be something I might get into, but at the moment, no. I'm going to get Lisa to see if she can zoom in on these cutters, so you can actually see the profile of them. It might take a bit of time just get the camera to focus. I would say we're not filmmakers. I'm a wood turner. You getting the focus
Just
on that?
slightly dip it a little bit. Yeah.
So hopefully you're getting a view of this, and you can see, and it's just a slight chamfer on the top. It's just got the negative rake to it, and as I say, the round and the detail much the same. They've just got that slight. Is that in camera? Right. Well, as I say, I've got pictures up on the website anyway, which you can have a look at, and I'm going to be demonstrating these. I'm going to be using them and demonstrating what they can do. Right. Hope that's been of some help and some interest to you. All my chisels are available on my website. I only do carbide, so if you're interested in carbide, then www.ukwoodcraftandcarbidechisels.co.uk. Very competitively priced. Any questions, any help needed, just drop me an email. I'll always get back to you on that day. It won't always be immediately. Quite often I'll be down working, but I will definitely reply to you that day. Hope that's been of help. Happy turning.